Hello guys and welcome to another episode of Everyday EDC. My name is Tyler and today we had the CJRB RIA. So I wanted to get this one out there first and foremost. I usually spend like a week with the knife, 2 weeks, kind of getting intimate with it, you know what I mean? Not too close, it'll cut you. But I ended up trying to get this out there quicker because I know this is like the hottest CJRB out there right now. And everybody really just wants to get an idea of what the hell this is, right? So I spent 2 days with it, and actually within those 2 days, I happened upon probably just as many, if not more, tasks than I would have in a normal week-long span of reviewing. So that's the good news. First and foremost, let's kind of talk a little bit about this knife. It is a D2 steel. It has this fully flat ground blade, very similar to the McKenna, which you will see a comparison. All right. D2 steel, fully flat ground blade, similar to the McKenna, which you will see in the near future. I got the one with the carbon fiber scales. They're nice, they're slick, they're whatever. It's got this deep carry pocket clip. It is not ambidextrous. It does have a little bit of milling on the inside of the liners. You can't see, but there's little circles drilled out, about 1/4 inch to 1/2 inch wide, long, 1/2 inch diameter circles. It's only got one thumb stud. The other side obviously does not, because this is meant to be a small, just kind of almost a gentlemanly knife. Ergos on it are kind of what you would expect out of a knife this size. I'm not going to go out there and try to hack down a fucking tree with this thing. I mean, you can. Good luck. Peace out. But the point of it being is, it's not meant to have these ergos that you're going to absolutely just want to latch on and do work forever. That's not the type of knife this is. This is a knife that if you need something cut, you bust it out, you cut it, you put it away. Your everyday carry, right? So there's that first, we'll kind of squash that all up. So am I grading this on the ergos? No, this doesn't have the best ergos, but this isn't bad ergos. It's just to say that this isn't working ergos. Like, you're not going to work with this knife. Next, I originally thought the action was a little stiff, and I think I even mentioned that on my first impressions. Well, what I did find out is that my blade came a little loose, which is fine. That'll happen. And actually, my centering is damn near perfect now. With the little tighten of the pivot screw, it came perfect. Like it centered. It wasn't loose anymore. And most of all, uniquely enough, centering this blade just enough made the detent work beautifully. And all I did was crank the pivot just a little bit. So this thing's action to flip open, very, very nice. What I have noticed is that it is actually kind of difficult to access right there. So, oh yeah, keep going in and out, you bastard. Oh, no, you're not gonna go in at all. So what I'm saying by that is I actually have found that with this particular thumb stud, I'm actually kind of putting pressure on the thumb stud and then pushing out. It's almost like it separates it from the detent a little bit, which is kind of counterintuitive, but that's what I found is like amazing action with this thing. You got your liner lock right here, really thick liner lock for what it is, and it's really stiff. I don't complain about it. It's not a complaint. It feels sturdy. It feels solid quality, but it's not really a super fidget friendly knife. Now, if you're a fidgeter, you can always make it work, but let's kind of jump into some size comparisons here. And I'm going to do a lot of them just so you guys can see it. Here's the Civivi Durus. This is, and I say that name really fast so nobody hears how I say it. Generically the same length, definitely two different size knives. Now, this is a knife that you can bear down on and work with, but it's not really a gentleman's knife. I mean, you bust this thing out, you're ready. Anyways. The Spyderco PM2, obviously much, much larger. Another very gentlemanly knife, which I'm thinking about this. They're not really comparable, but I wanted to compare them, but they're not. I mean, they're the same size. They're both gentlemanly. You're comparing a $160 ProTech to a freaking $35 CJRB. Not fair. Rat Model 1. Gonna kind of rip through these because I'm trying to do more. I would like to do as many size comparisons as possible. Not only do you guys get to see a bunch of different knives, but you also kind of get to see, you know, something you're familiar with within the mix. Here's a CJRB mashup. I got the feldspar and the mini feldspar here. But yeah, I mean, I want you guys to be entertained seeing a bunch of different knives, but maybe you're familiar with some of the ones that I'm showing currently. So you can really do a comparison for yourself, right? It'll mean more to you. My Defcon Kabuto, my favorite knife in my arsenal right now. What's up, guy? Look at that. Did you guys see that? It's so cool. All right. My Mastrop Ferrum Forge Falcon. These are about the same size, actually. It kind of looks like the RIA is a tad bit longer. But the Falcon is just like the Darus. It's something that you're going to bear down on, and you can still work, even though it's not a 3.5-inch blade. Second to last, but not least, the Civivi Dogma Quest for King Civivi winner. As you can see, I'm not really making comments. I find when I make comments, all I do is just sit there and yammer. And you guys just really want to see it. So, and bam! Why did I save that for last? Well, why the fuck do you think? Look at them. Just look at these two knives. If there ever was a better comparison video than these two, you tell me. Because it's going to happen. I'm going to do that one. That's going to happen here shortly. All right. All right, let's jump into some specs. Overall weight. Yeah, as opposed to second weight. Fucking idiot. 2.2. Not too shabby for a $35 knife. I mean, boom. Okay. So 2.2 ounces, which is bug out material. McKenna, or bug out territory. McKenna territory. Almost. Okay. Let's go to blade stock. You son of a bitch. All right. Blade stock. I lost my depth perception. 0.09. 0.09. Okay. Now the thickness behind the edge. Let's see if I can get this son of a bitch. So it's showing 0.2, but right where I had the 0.1, it was like where I wanted it, and I'm struggling to get it there, like right there. That's a perfect measurement right there. Not by me, just lucky, right? I'm gonna go with, it's very fucking thin behind the edge. This thing is stupid slicey. All right, overall length with the world's largest fucking tape measure. Boop. That's kind of cool, right? Look at that. Fucking stupid. All right. Boom. It is approximately, holy shit. Is that right? 6 3/4. Am I reading that right? Do I know how to read a goddamn tape measure? Yeah, it's just about 6 3/4 long. The blade length you're looking at, just about 3 inches, but the overall cutting edge is about 2 3/4. And then the overall, well, not the overall, but the length while it's sitting here, 3 3/4 inches. Okay, enough with the mumbo jumbo. We will do one last test here for you guys. The fuck? All right, so this is a T8. Pivot's a T8, and the body screw is a T8. But unfortunately, the pocket clip screws are not T8. Those look like they're T6. Okay, let's talk about her. So first and foremost, this reminds me of that old school knife that your grandpa would have that he pulls out like this and hands to you to do something, cut a rope or something while you guys are outside, and then presses the liner lock, or it's a slip joint and closes it like that. That's what this reminds me of. That's what makes this so cool. It's the modern take on that, right? And I'm sure somebody else has said that. I don't know who, but I'm sure they have said that. Now, you have this almost standard drop point with this swoop down. There may be a name for that. Don't know. Eventually I'll get those down and I'll do a whole fucking video so we all learn together. But, you know, it looks like your standard drop point, but it swoops down at the end. Oh, this blade, while the ergonomics are not there to do massive work, I can tell you I've broken down boxes with this just because, oh my goodness, this blade is one of the sliciest mother friggin' blades that I've ever experienced. And CJRB did a great job on their factory edge. I might have thrown a little bit of extra stropping on it just because I'm greedy, but realistically, oh my gosh, is that blade friggin' fantastic. It carries in the 5th pocket for the past 2 days without even noticing it, because I don't have my carpenter jeans, so I had to put it in my 5th pocket, put my Mannix 2 in my main pocket. But it is great. The size is fantastic. Does it feel a little slippery without it? Yeah, but again, you're not working hard with this knife. This isn't a knife that you're gonna be like, ah. So there's that. The action. I didn't expect that to even happen. I was gonna talk good things about it, but that's insane. I haven't taken it apart. I did tighten the pivot screw. I might have spritzed a little bit of that lube in there, but still, I mean, and that would have been 2 days ago. This is awesome. So, yes, it is difficult to manipulate because this is super hard to access. That's your access to the liner lock. Probably the worst thing about this knife, but it also makes it what the knife is, right? It's almost hard to knock it when that's what they were actually going for. Is there a lanyard hole? Zoom. Yes, there is. You got this little circular spacer back here that you can just slip a little lanyard through. You can just slip a little lanyard through and it's good to go. And I'm sure this rotates. I'm not gonna try it. Actually, you know what? Screw it. Yep, look at that. Rotates just fine to follow you wherever you need to go. Again, not ambidextrous. This is a right hand only. I'm not sure if they have any lefty love coming out for it, but it is what it is. This reminds me of, like I said, the old school knives. I mean, there's something to love about it, even if you're not into those old school knives. Like, you appreciate that look. Are there any hot spots when you got it in your hand? I mean, not really. I don't feel like I'm gonna bear down on this knife. Can I get a full 4 fingers? Actually, look at that. We can, because it doesn't have that stupid fucking thumb, ramp right here and then try to go into a half little fucking choil. No, it gives you the full length of the handle. So cool enough is you can actually grab this with all your fingers. As I said, the blade's really thin. It's stupid slicey. I'm kind of jumping around because I don't have any format to what the fuck I do. Just so you guys can kind of see this whole knife. Ooh, that's a good. See those holes? Those milled out holes? There's 4 of them back there. And then there's another 4 underneath. 4. Anybody watch Holy Moly? You guys seen that episode where it's like 4? Absolutely fucking hilarious. Perfect angle of them. Okay. D2 steel, like I said, fully flat ground. Definitely the best thing CJRB has spit out yet, in my opinion, and it's very restricted because my opinion is one of those that I have them all, but I haven't experienced them all. It's not fair. So anyways, guys, that's just about it. I don't have too much more to say about this. This is the CJRB RIA. Good. It's awesome. I mean, the blade's awesome. The handle's decent. The action on it's good enough. And I mean, the action's great, but the access to the action's a little rough. And that's really my only complaint, is that the access to the action, the thumb hole is difficult to access. But if you think about it, so was this. This was hard to do because you had to use 2 hands. At least we can use 1 hand with something like this, and it's super snappy. Before I got the hang of it, I was opening it like that, and that's satisfying too, where you kind of peel it up right here. That's nice. All right, guys, this has been Everyday EDC. My name is Tyler. This is the CJRB RIA. I forgot to go over the price. You can pretty much find them anywhere right now, to my knowledge, at like 34 to 36 bucks. Not too bad. Everyday EDC, name is Tyler. Thank you guys so much for watching. Stay safe, stay sharp. Have a great day.